Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And here today I'm making a video after a long time. I have been a little busy because of there is a huge patient influx. The mental health crisis has arisen after the pandemic, and there are lots and lots of patients having mental health issues that are coming to the hospitals. So I've been quite busy, but today so I found time for the video, and I hope you all are doing well. And hopefully and happily the COVID cases are coming down, but we all still need to observe our precautions. Obviously you can relax yourself a bit, chill a bit, but yes, do put on your masks all the time. With that, we all know that the cases of depression and anxiety have like boomed, you know. So like lot of people who have never before experienced any kind of issues are now started experiencing anxiety issues. They are remaining worried, they are remaining, kind of restlessness is there in everyone. People are not able to sleep. So these are some common issues that everybody is facing. So here today I'm going to give some tips for reducing your worry. But yes, obviously it is always required to seek clinical consultations of a psychiatrist, or if you are not if they are not available, a general physician, or if they are not available, at least you can consult a psychologist. So this professional advice is the most important thing if you have experiencing significant amount of distress. But most of the people experience a sub threshold amount of anxiety and little worry, and that can be tackled on their own. The restlessness, little bit of restlessness, little bit of background worry that is going on in our mind. So I'll give you some simple tips, and without wasting much time, let me tell you the source from which I'm going to speak from today, because my life has been heavily influenced by books of some writers, and this is one of the book. You can see closely. This is Dale Carnegie's Omnibus Volume 2, and we're going to focus on this book. This is a life-changing book for many, how to stop worrying and start living. And this book is a phenomenal masterpiece that has transformed lives for years. So today I'll just what I have decided is I'll make a series of videos, and in each video we'll be discussing five chapters. First I was thinking of doing shorts that people, because these days attention span of people is very less, so I thought I'll do one chapter in one shorts. But then I thought no, shorts are for entertainment. This kind of lectures, this kind of things are very valuable, and people need to listen to them at a stretch. So I decided for this. Now I'll be just I have gone through this book like many times, and the first chapter is that all of us mostly do. It is how to analyze and solve worry problems. Now this chapter has told you that basically this book is designed in a way that you will have the chapters, and at the end you will have this kind of quotes. And every day morning you can, what you can do, if you have this book, every day morning you can take it out, or before going to bed you just remind yourself of the quotes. So if this 30 lessons you are reminding yourself for 30 days, I can bet your life is going to be transformed. So, lesson one, first lesson, I have already told you. This is how to analyze and solve worry problems. Here, what the author Dale Carnegie says us is to, you have to ask four important questions for anything that is troubling you. Four questions are mandatory. I'll just read out the questions for you. What am I worrying about? What can I do about it? And here is what I am going to do about it. This is the critical step. The first two steps we already do. We think of what am I worrying about and what can I do about it, but we do not think in a concrete pattern. What is thinking in a right pattern is when you write it down. Yes, please do take a piece of paper and write it down. What am I worrying about, and what can I do for it? This is the step where you stop. No, you need to go to the third step. The third step is, here is what I am going to do about it. A concrete plan, something substantial, something that you can do today, start from today. Okay? And then the question 4, that is very, very important. It is, when am I gonna start doing it? That is so essential, because whenever we have a problem to worry about, suppose my lipid levels are raised, and that has become a cause of my worry. So what is a general pattern of thinking? We'll think about it, then we'll forget, and then after 1 hour or 2 hour we'll again think about it. After 1 2 day we'll again think about it, but we'll never decide the concrete steps that we are going to do for it. So now change your approach. Whenever any topic, anything is giving you worry, ask these 4 questions. And the question 3rd and 4th are more important. What I am going to do, and what I'm going to do, you have to decide something that you can start immediately. Suppose my lipid levels are raised, what I'm going to do is exercise and controlling my diet, and suppose walking for 30 minutes. Deciding that and in a random basis is easy, but when you write it down, you actually commit to it. And you actually commit to it when you write the 4th question, that is, when am I gonna start it? That is the most important thing. Commit to yourselves that you're gonna start it today, and that piece of paper stick to somewhere in front of you so that you can see it and you can execute it. That's important. If we do this process, let me tell you, in the first chapter itself, 80-90% of our worry is already eliminated, will already be eliminated if you practice this one techniques. Imagine we are going to discover 29 more techniques. So how happy and how, I mean, wonderful our life will be if we apply this manual. I mean, literally I have been using this as a manual for my combating my worry. This book was introduced to me by my brother when I was in 12th class. So from that time I have been like, this book has wandered me. I have read it like 3 4 5 times, and whenever I read it I discover something new, and I start applying it in a new way. So this is the first chapter that we discussed, and let me tell you 2 quotes. One's best, Hans Selye. All those who are in the mental health field must be knowing Hans Selye, because Hans Selye has provided the most applicable model of stress, the adaptation syndrome. So you must be knowing it. I'll just read one quote. It's not the stress that kills us, it's our reaction to it that kills us, right? It's not the stress that kills us, it's our reaction to it. So now you have an opportunity to change your reaction towards stress by applying these 4 questions. I will also type the questions in the description if you can take the help of it. And another quote is, worry is stomach's worst poison. Yes, worry is not stomach's worst poison. Worry is the worst poison for all organ systems, for our skin, for everything. Worry is like a poison. So all the guys and girls have another reason not to worry, because worry is of course damaging your skin on a very large scale. So yes, something that you need to step. So by the end of 30 lessons, of course you will be having a better skin because you will be worrying less. Now second chapter, that doesn't interest me much, how to eliminate 50% of your business worry. So I actually don't have much work worries, except for some people poking and around and all that. I am very satisfied usually with my work, and if that's your case, then second chapter is not for you. But most of the people I know are worried by their work. The kind of work they are doing disturbs them and troubles them. So in that case also, apply the 4 questions, those 4 questions to your work. That is, what is the problem, what is the cause of the problem, what are the all possible solutions of the problem, and what solution do you suggest if your friend comes to you with the same problem. We are not our problem solvers, we are problem solvers for others. So if a person comes to us with a certain kind of worry, we are ready to offer any kind of solution, but the same worry we are facing, we are not ready for the solutions. So always imagine your friend is telling you the same solution, the same question or same worry, and you are suggesting a solution. So that is a good way for business worries, and you have to jot it down. And always remember, nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our problems. That is one by Charlie Chaplin, you will love it. Nothing is permanent, even our problems. So keep that in mind. Don't get so much preoccupied with the worry. try to jot it down in these four questions and try to solve it. Okay. Another one is by George Allen, that is, forget the past and future is anyways going to give you plenty to worry about. So don't stick on to your past worries, because new worries will anyway come. So that's the second chapter. Then coming to the third chapter, that 70% of our worries are about, guess, I think people can guess it, money, money, money. So most of our worries are about money. If you are at a certain stage of life where you do not have to worry about money, you are just so lucky, and you should be filled with gratitude. If you are in a position in life where money doesn't matter for you anymore, and you are able to meet your basic amenities, you are able to survive in this world, you are able to, in addition to that, you are also being able to buy things for your fashion statement, and also a little bit of contribution you are able to make, then you are at the best stage. I mean, 90% of your worry is almost gone if you have the right kind of mindset, because 70% of the people are bothered by money because they don't have sufficient. India is a developing country, and we still have a long way to go to provide the basic survival to the people. So maximum people do worry about money. So what we have to do is we have to plan it. Financial planning is poor in a lot of cases that we see. Even to frankly admit, I'm also not very good at it. But yes, at this stage of life, I don't have to worry about money anymore. But yes, all of us should know how to do the financial planning, and you can just get some tips on the YouTube or Google or anywhere. But something that I'll tell you is, get the facts down on paper, that what's really bothering you, what's the money problem, and make a budget. We forget to make a budget, so that's why you are at a trouble at the end of the month. So make a budget and spend wisely, and don't increase your headache with your income. Your income should be like that doesn't strain your body and your mind. So try from a very young age to go into a line of income that doesn't strain your body and your mind. Suppose in my case, the job I do, the work I do, that like seeing patients is very refreshing and rejuvenating for me, and that doesn't add up to a burden. Yes, of course, some days are there when there are lots and lots of patients, then we feel very tired and exhausted. That's a different thing. But seeing patients is a very interesting job for me, so that doesn't cost me my health, and also the money comes. So seek the kind of job in your interest area, so that you don't have to the money, the income, the job doesn't have to cost your health. And never borrow unless it's very much required. So this is what, today we are in the age of EMIs and free credits, and there are apps and companies who will provide you instant cash, but then you will be in a stage of borrowed money. You will have that borrowed money for long, and you will pay in installments, EMI, but then you are going in minus, so that's of no use. So try to avoid EMIs have made people poor in this kind of era, because we do not understand the concept of EMI. We think that we are getting the money, we are getting the thing, but EMI is allowing us to use things that are beyond our paying capacity, and it's quite dangerous. And also, do invest in life insurance things, because they are very necessary. So these are and also teach your children a responsibility towards money. And everybody should save a little money. I am not a big saver, but yes, some money you should always save, and don't gamble ever. And if you can't possibly improve your financial situation, let's be good to ourselves and stop resenting what can't be changed. So this is some few steps Dale Carnegie provides us for our money life. And yes, this is very important, because maximum stress is about that. Then coming to the last part, the best part, the quotation parts that I very love. Worry is a cycle of inefficient thoughts whirling around in a center of fear. So a cycle of inefficient thoughts whirling around in a center of fear is worry. So if you have monetary worries, do plan it out properly. Cut down your expenses. We do not need to impress the world. Yes, if you have that, you have met your basic requirements, you are spending something on your fashion statements, it's okay, but not too much that you are in debt, right? And then this is the part one. All the three chapters we have covered. I think it's gonna be, it has become a very big lecture, so I'm going to stop here. The part one is over, and just let me show you the glimpse. Part two, we are going to cover how to live in a daytime compartment and what worry may do to you, and a magic formula. So this is coming up in the next video. Please have the patience to cover all the 30 chapters, because I can bet you this will change your life, definitely. So do apply for the first three chapters. I'm just reminding you, what are the first three? First is analyze those 4 questions. Second is the same but in the business situation, and third is also the same but in financial situations. So basically the gist of part 1 is to do a pen paper planning of all the things that is troubling us. Hope you all got the lessons and you will apply it and enjoy a worry free life. Meet you in the second part. Thank you. Namaskar.